Hello and welcome to the Extremis Publishing Podcast. I'm Tom Christie, and I'm delighted today to be joined by Laura Ruddock, who is the founder of the Literary Escape Festival. Now, this is no ordinary festival because it takes place not in one location, but right across the whole country. And it's going to be a real pleasure to speak to Laura about it today and to find out a little bit more about what's involved. So thanks so much for joining us today, Laura.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, what can you tell us about the brand new Literary Escape Festival project? Because it sounds like a really ambitious plan.
So yes, it started in November last year in Edinburgh and it has grown arms and legs. There's now 14 events across the UK, starting in March 2026. So there is Dundee, Bath, Stirling, Liverpool, Perth, Leeds, York, Cardiff, London, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Newcastle. I think that's everything.
Well, it's certainly a wide range of places and a lot of really prominent literary locations there as well. I mean, Bath must be one of the top literary destinations in England. And Edinburgh, of course, up here in Scotland as well. So, I mean, what are you looking forward to doing in these places? I mean, you're obviously connecting with the local writing communities, but are you working with other local organisations as well?
I have tried to combine the art festival with a charity partner in each local location. So in Stirling, it is connected to the Wee County Crafters, and they'll be there on the day, showcasing their work and fundraising for their organisation. The same with Bath. I've connected with Bath Mind, and they'll be there raising money for Bath Mind for mental health and support in Bath. And I think that's a really nice way to bring the event to the local community and support a local organisation.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So what brought this idea about then? I mean, what made you decide to set this festival up?
So I do a small business, a little blind date with a book, a mystery book bundle, and there is no really anywhere to sell it other than online. However, I went to one book event and it did really well. So then I thought, well, why don't I do my own book event? And Edinburgh was such a success that I thought, right, okay, let's take it around the UK. And yeah, it's just been growing arms and legs. All the author places and all the crafter places are filled. So unfortunately, there is no space, but there is a wait list. So if anyone is interested in being part of the event, please do get in touch, and the details will be shared with you.
That's fantastic. And what about these mystery boxes and the mystery parcels? I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about them and how people can buy them?
Yeah, so they're online, and there is the options of having a new book, a pre-loved book, or an independent author book, and they all come with different bits and pieces. So for one of the parcels, you get like a wax melt, a chocolate bar, some stickers, a bookmark, and a brand new book. And if it's an independent author book, you'll get a bookmark, chocolate bar, stickers. It's just really to give you something to have like a literary escape. So when you're reading, you can have your chocolate or a cup of tea or a biscuit type thing. So yeah, it really is a really nice way to read a book, because I always read a book by a cup of tea.
Well, it's terrific. I mean, not just the idea behind it, but also the support of independent authors as well. What kind of authors are you working with? I mean, what kind of genres do they work in?
I work with all genres. So fiction, non-fiction, crime, fantasy, romantasy. I try and do all genres. And yeah, I work with some great authors, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so important, isn't it, to get the word out about new writing and by all different authors from all different genres. So it's fantastic to hear of the support that you're giving them, and also, of course, the fact that that you're getting that visibility right across the whole country. I mean, do you have any sort of particular ambitions for particular places you'd like to go, or where you'd like to expand?
I think there's a lot of interest from people for Belfast and for the south, so Plymouth, Brighton area. So hopefully those will be places I can bring the festival to in 2027. Belfast might be a bit tricky, but I will see what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant because as I see it, you can go just 5 miles in any direction in Britain and find that, completely different set of writers with totally different interests. But I mean, you're covering the whole gamut. You're covering the whole nation, and that's terrific. I mean, do you think that it's going to lead to a kind of literary map of Britain in a way that you're going to find all these different authors with so many different interests?
I hope so. I hope so. That's my aim, to bring a community together of authors, small businesses, and crafters. And I've already started one with the authors and the small businesses. They're already part of like a community on WhatsApp, so they can all interact with each other. They can ask each other questions, and it's a really nice way to bring people together at the events. So they're not just meeting. Well, they are meeting for the first time, but they've been able to interact with each other before the event, which is lovely.
Yeah, I mean, when you mention crafts, I mean, do your events have other artisans and craftspeople involved as well as authors?
Yes, so the event will have authors and artisan crafters and makers, small businesses. Um, some are specifically book-related crafts, so a lot of jewellery makers will make book earrings or necklaces with a book on it. And there's artists, and there is candle makers and wax melt makers. Yeah, there's just so much to choose from, and it's such a lovely space to be involved in.
I mean, I think the really important thing that you're mentioning here is, of course, the sense of community. Not just people in specific geographical locations, but right across the whole of the UK, where people are getting involved in the project and coming together through a shared love of books and literature. Do you think this is something that is going to continue to grow and grow?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping to evolve the Facebook group that I've set up to include attendees and also the authors and the makers and creators. And I'm hoping to do author takeovers on the Facebook page, and I'm really hoping to connect the readers with the authors and the small businesses that are coming to the events. So I think that'll be a lovely way to do it. I'm also hoping, yeah, just to bring everyone together, and that's what I really like about it.
Obviously, we've spoken a little bit about people selling their work and perhaps discussing it with the public. But are you going to have any sort of presentational aspect as well, where authors and perhaps publishers are talking about their work?
Yes, so at Edinburgh there will be guest authors who will speak at the event. So I've got at least 3 confirmed authors at Edinburgh just now, which is in November. So it's crazy to think that it's gained so much interest. And one of the authors is Alex Howard, who wrote The Library Cat and The Ghost Cat, and he'll be speaking about his author experiences, and there'll also be a Q&A. This was also part of the Edinburgh event last year, where I had 4 authors from Elspeth Wilson, Katrina Child, Janice Mackay, and Erica Manarin, and they all spoke about their author experiences, and they loved it. The audience was so engaged, and they loved hearing about their author journey from from publishing to writing the book to being published. And each author talk was fully taken, so there was around 20 seats, and yeah, every seat was filled.
Well, that's amazing, and the other amazing thing, of course, is that writers love to talk about their work. So it's always nice to connect with readers to find out what people have enjoyed or perhaps what they want to see more of. So I mean, I think there's a really important function there, isn't there, whereby authors are getting that crucially important feedback.
Yes, definitely. I think that's a main thing. Like, I think from social media, authors are reaching out for feedback and for reviews on their work. So yeah, feedback's a very much important part of their practice.
And yeah, I think there's a wonderful kind of sense of in-person interaction here as well that perhaps social media doesn't always offer. People can have that face-to-face contact with people, perhaps from the public, perhaps people who are otherwise involved in some aspect of literary publication or other aspects of writing, which I think is so crucially important, especially now. I mean, there's often this talk about the world becoming less personal on account of social media. I think this is the perfect antidote to that, because people are able to speak to each other and actually have that interaction.
Yeah, well, one of the things that was fed back to me the most from last year's event was that the authors and the makers, they loved meeting their customers and their readers and the participants, and they loved the interaction. I know of one reader who came along. She bought 28 books. She interacted with every single person who was there and came away with 28 books. I don't know if she's finished them all now. I mean, she might have.
Yeah, well, there's no greater endorsement, is there, than when people are willing to engage with books to that extent. That's great news.
But yeah, it was a really, really good day. The atmosphere was amazing. Everyone just loved it. And yeah, it was a really nice seeing the attendees interact with the authors and the makers. And it was a lovely, lovely day, which I'm hoping every event will have the same.
Well, I mean, I think what's really good about this is, I mean, you're not just offering a really diverse range of books. I think you're offering an experience as well. This opportunity for people to get together, to perhaps meet people that they might never otherwise have done through the literary aspect of it, through artisanal craftspersonship, through all of those different aspects. And I think that's a wonderful thing, actually, because I bet as you go around the country, you'll have completely different experiences in different places, and all of them will be memorable.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping. Everyone will come away with a memorable experience, and it gives the readers maybe a chance to find an author that they might not have found otherwise by coming to these events. And again, it'll give the authors a chance to showcase their work. And I know I'm not an author myself, but I know how much time and how much effort is put into writing a book. And they just love the experience and they want to showcase their work. And what a great way to do it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is a vitally important thing, because we're at a stage now, I think, where it's more difficult than ever for books to find traction. They appear online and they're immediately fighting for attention amongst many, many other books. But this, I think, offers people a unique opportunity, not just to have their work noticed, but also to interact with readers, to find new interested parties, who they can talk to, and you never know what kind of opportunities may possibly emerge from that, professionally, in terms of talks, in terms of further presentations, even in terms of research for future books. It's a great thing.
Oh, definitely. I think it maybe will create opportunities for not only myself, but for the authors and the makers attending the event. And yeah, it's going to be a great experience, as you've said. So I'm hoping everyone who comes along on the day will enjoy it, will enjoy meeting the authors and the makers and the creators. And yeah, it'll just be such a lovely day. And especially for me to visit cities that I've never visited before. And I'm so looking forward to visiting Bath and Oxford, London, cities that I've only ever dreamed about or read about in books.
Well, that's it. I mean, when you think about it, you have the land of Jane Austen, you have the land of Charles Dickens, you have all of those amazing literary figures of yesteryear, who have helped to publicise all these different places, popularise them in the public consciousness. So I think that that's going to add an extra dimension, for so many people coming along, and it's great that you have that opportunity to spotlight that it's not only historical fiction that matters; it's brand new voices that are emerging now that are just as important.
Oh, definitely. I think it's great to read the classics and about Jane Austen and Elizabeth Bennet, but I think it's so important to read modern literature as well. I think that will shape our history.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always about looking forward, isn't it? I seem to remember it was Barry Cryer that once said that the past is a wonderful place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Yes.
So, I think there's so many wonderful new books coming out in all different genres by writers all over the place, not just in the UK, right across the whole world. So it's great that people will have this opportunity to find out more about these and engage with them.
Yeah, and I think what's great about this event is it's not genre specific. It is open to all genres, and I think that's what's engaged so many people. It's not one specific type.
So I know that you mentioned you have a website, but you also have a number of social media channels as well. So people who are interested in coming along, booking a ticket to get involved, how would they find out more about doing that?
So tickets are all on the website, literaryescape.co.uk, and they're also on Eventbrite as well. Just type in Literary Escape Festival and all the events will be brought to you. And I'm on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, all under Literary Escape Festival.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I hope if anyone's listening and would like to get involved, that they'll check out your website and your social media, that they'll sign up to your various different channels and find out more about what really sounds like a very exciting and ambitious plan for the year ahead and beyond.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, please do, if anyone does want to get involved, just reach out, and details will be given to you.
So, Laura, thanks so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you about this, fantastic new project, and I really hope it's going to be a huge success for you wherever it is you're going in the UK. That everyone's going to have a wonderful time.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
And thanks everyone for listening. I do hope that you'll come and join us again soon.